I'm back at Now or Never Comics in downtown San Diego. They posted a picture on their Instagram a few weeks ago of a collection of WWF Hasbro figures they got in, and there were some that I needed for my collection in that photo. So here's hoping they still have them in and no one picked them up. Like I said, it's a few weeks later, so hopefully they still have something. If not, maybe we can find something else to take home for the collection. So enough yapping, let's get on in, let's get this started. I'm SoCal Shaolin, thank you for joining me. Alright guys, we are upstairs in the toy section. Oh, check this out, a whole bunch of Simpsons Playmates figures. Yeah, check out that KB price tag. Very cool. Oh, this guy's cool. Raging Willie. This is when he takes off his clothes and he's all ripped. Groundskeeper Willie. It's years of yard work get you that. Alright, let's see. Let's head straight over to the wrestling figures. Alright guys. They still have a whole bunch of the ones I need. Oh, there's Bret Hart with his wing logo. Very cool and neat. Tito Santana. Whoa, there goes that hacksaw Jim Duggan with the flag. Macho Man. I don't remember if I have the blue one or the yellow. Mr. Perfect. It's probably the yellow one. But you got the Bushwhackers in the brown outfits. Skinner. I should have taken a picture of my shelf because I don't know which ones I'm missing. There's Virgil, rest in peace Virgil. I literally just found out before it came here to the shop that he passed away, which sucks. It was cool meeting him at Comic-Con a whole bunch of times. He was always there. You could just walk up to him and, you know, talk to him. But yeah, I'm gonna look around, see what else I can find. But that's cool. You got some Indiana Jones figures on card. A couple of die-cast cars. Just random little figures here. There's a Clash of the Titans one, Pirates of Dark Water. Just random stuff. Alright. Let's see what else I got over here. So I saw he moved everything around. Moved all the superhero stuff was over there. It's now on the left side. But he just got in some carded superpower figures. Those are pretty sweet. Tier, you got Green Arrow. Nice. Mr. Freeze, which I still need a Mr. Freeze loose for my collection. Lex. The Batman and Superman in those slim cards. I mean Batman and Robin in the slim cards. Those look friggin' amazing. We got some loose ones here. Plastic Man, a favorite of mine as a kid. Masters of the Universe. I believe that's the Super 7 one, the mummy wrapped. Skeletor. But they got a nice little selection of vintage Masters of the Universe. Here's the classics. Cool playset right there, of course. A land shark. It looks like the turtles moved over to this side, at least these carded ones anyways. You got a Krang, the small Krang, Baxter Stockman. There's that blue chrome dome right there, the rare one. Pulsar is still here. Marvel Legends fans, here you go. I know some of you guys that watch love Marvel Legends. I don't collect them anymore, but they're cool to see. Here's some, an awesome Corgi Spider-Man helicopter in the package. That's really cool. And then of course you got all the rack toys of Spider-Man. These big comic editions are really cool. Close Encounters, Buck Rogers, that's cool. Battlestar Galactica, Conan one. Oh, this one's pretty awesome right here. Look at that. Whoa. Wow, this one's awesome. Superman, a collector's album of the most spectacular movie ever made. That's awesome. Tarzan. Some bootlegs right here. These are all calendars. Star Trek one. So the Transformers and Star Wars all moved over to this side of the floor. You can see here some Transformers. The advice that Aaron and I give everybody is basically the same advice your dad's giving you. Like, find the stuff you like. This is a signed McFarlane. I don't know what that is. Some kind of accessory. Walking Dead. It's almost impossible. Let's take a look at the Star Wars, vintage Star Wars. You got a whole stack of cards right there. Stormtrooper card in. Han Solo, Chewbacca. There's a 12-inch Leia. Cool little sticker set right there. Chewbacca cake candle. And then down here you got some of the vehicles. I still need one of those. That's up to you. There's the Damage X-Wing. B-Wing. Slave One ship. I've been tempted to pick up these Double Dragons. I sold off my Billy and Jimmy, which I don't know if I regret it, but maybe a little bit. Those Hercules. These Independence Day figures are funny. They come with a floppy disk. There's a Dark Warrior. It's kind of army building those guys. I don't know why I should pick him up. Here's the bookshelf. I might go through this bookshelf, see if you got anything new. Last time I picked up a Masters Universe Secret of the Sword movie adaptation book, which was awesome to pick up. And here we got the usual loose figures here, G.I. Joe. A couple wrestlers down here. Star Trek. Like I said, they have a whole bunch of these Simpsons figures. Oh, this one's actually really cool. What is it? Ingestible Bulk. These are very cool. That's actually a cool set. $30. It's cool to see that. Very cool to see that. What do they got down here?
Okay. Got it. Cool.
Out of Now or Never comics, happy to say I did pick up some WWF Hasbro figures. I'm excited about that. Excited to add a few more to the collection, and I'll show you what the pickups are when I get home.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Always a fun time when I get to go down to Now or Never Comics. If you haven't been there yet and you live anywhere around the city or live in San Diego, come visit here. If you come here for Comic-Con, definitely check out Now or Never Comics. It's a great store, great vibe. The owner, Aaron, is awesome. Every time I head down there, we end up talking for a while, just talking toys and collectibles, man. It's an awesome time. I saw this post on their Instagram, so give them a follow, Now or Never Comics on Instagram. He got a big collection in of WWF Hasbro figures, and that was from a few weeks ago, so I was kind of thinking maybe they've already sold at least like the ones I needed for my collection. But I went down there. He told me the only ones I saw were like the main guys like Hogan and Warrior, which I already have. So I needed all those little side characters and the harder to get figures. And luckily for me, they still had them. That's the first booth I hit up upstairs, the first display case. I went straight to the wrestling figures, and I got me a couple of figures to beef up my Hasbro collection, which we'll get to right now. The first one, I got one of the more not one of the more normal ones to get, you know, not very hard to pick up, but I didn't have them in my collection. This is Skinner. Check it out. It's that cool action. And all these figures are in amazing condition. There's like no paint loss. They're just great minty condition. The person who traded these in to the store definitely took care of their figures. Maybe they were just for display. So you got the little feet here, a little action by Skinner. Yeah, pretty cool. The action on these guys is amazing. So glad to add this guy to the collection. I just, every time I see Hasbro's in the wild, they're not always in the great condition. Paint losses, that's probably like the main thing. Paint loss from kids playing, understandable because these are toys. Or discoloration on the skin. Sometimes the plastic on the body and the face, they don't match up. They get discolored, and so they look weird. So it's always a challenge trying to find some really good looking minty figures. And next up is a favorite growing up in my household, especially. It's El Matador, Tito Santana. That's right. I've been looking for this guy. I just never been, like I said, never been able to find him. And man, this guy's so minty. Like the arms are like really hard to move. He's just in like great condition. Almost feels like he came out straight from the package and was put on display. You got the little punching action right here. You pull it back with the spring. Well, everybody, the once mint condition Tito Santana is officially broken. I broke his arm. You saw it there. Oh well, that sucks. Uh, yeah, I broke the little tab on it. I guess I was doing it a little bit too hard. But it's all good. These are toys, you know. That's nuts. Anyways, Tito Santana was big in my household. Uh, Being Mexican, you know, he was one of the only Mexican wrestlers in WWF at the time. Most of the Mexican wrestlers were like in AAA. All the Mexican wrestling uh, over there, Lucha Libre. So it was cool having someone representing, you know, Mexicans down in the WWF. Tito Santana. Man, that sucks, guys. He was mint. It's just a little tab that broke off. Oh, that sucks so bad. All right, so I'm gonna have to maybe glue them, which sucks, but I'm not gonna do that anymore with the other toys because the plastic on these can get very very delicate over all the years. These are from the 90s, so 1990. So man, that sucks. I'll just glue his arm and he'll be on display. But yeah, that's what happens. Next up, I got the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Oh yeah! And this is this version of Macho Man, the one where he's wearing his cowboy hat and you got the little frills on his jacket. It says Macho Man, oh yeah, in the back as well as at the front. Every time I see this figure in the wild, he's like super dirty. The white on his jacket and his boots are all discolored. Like I said, minty condition, or his fingers are broken. That tends to happen a lot as well. This is the last Macho Man I needed from my collection. Back over there, we'll get a closer look at some of those figures. But yeah, glad to have this in the collection. I'll have all the Macho Mans in the Hasbro series. Very cool. This one's an awesome one as well. Way different than the other ones. So very cool to add this Macho Man, Randy Savage, to the collection. The next pickup is a figure I can't believe I didn't have in the collection already. He's not a hard one to find, but he's definitely one of the top popular wrestlers along with Hogan, Macho, and Ultimate Warrior. And we're talking about none other than the styling and profiling, limousine riding, Rolex wearing, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! That's right. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. I'm not going to do his action, guys. I'm not going to, even though you could pull his arm back and punch, I'm not doing it because I don't want to break another one. And this guy is so minty fresh. Awesome paint on the boots. You got the RF there. His face. Not discolored at all. It looks pretty good. Man, just minty, man. Like, just feels like he came right out of the package. The limbs are super tight. I'm not gonna mess. I'm gonna keep him like this and put him up on the shelf. I'm not even gonna move his waist. But yeah, glad to have the Nature Boy Ric Flair in the collection. Like I said, not a hard one to find. Just never find a really good looking one. So glad to finally add this to the collection. Woo! The last pickup for today is this is the figure that I wanted the most when I saw the post on Now Never Comics Instagram. There's this one that's hard to find in great condition. The fingers are always broken. The hair is all jacked up, discolored. And I'm talking about the only one that had actual hair, not plastic. Doink the Clown. That's right. This guy is super clean. Fingers are all intact. There's like a little tiny rub right there in his finger, but man, like I said, I don't think none of these were played with. You got the action there. You got to be careful. But his hair is nice. Doesn't look all messed up like they usually do. But damn, this guy looks awesome, clean. Like I said, this was the one I wanted the most because he's not one of the rare ones, but he's kind of like the uncommon ones to find. You never really see Doink the Clown out in the wild. This is the first time I've ever seen him in the wild. It's always like the main guys, like the first few series. But glad to add Doink the Clown to the collection. And yeah, happy he was still there. There's still some other ones left. there in the case that I wanted. Like, I still need the Bushwhackers, the ones in the tan outfits. They were missing the hats because they come with hats. But I don't know if I'll go back and pick them up. There's a hat. I'm missing, of course, some of the harder ones to find, like the Hacksaw Jim Duggan with the flag. They had him there. And I believe I need the blue suit. Yeah, I need the blue suit, Mr. Perfect. They had him there as well. And yeah, I'm going to make some room on the shelf for these guys. I got to fix Tito Santana before I put him up there, which sucks. But whatever, some super glue will fix him. Man, that sucks. Yeah, a little super glue will fix his arm. And he'll go up on the shelf and I won't move him anymore. But hey, this is my setup for my Hasbro collection. I got 2 shelves. I got this one, and then I got this one down here. I kind of have a lot of the tag teams down here in this one, as you can see. What do we got here? We got, oh, those are some Hulk Hogan underwears for kids, brand new in the package. You might have seen those before. Got those at the Rose Bowl. But here we have a whole bunch of wrestlers. R.I.P. to Virgil. That guy was a cool character, and he was a character in real life as well. Got to meet him a few times at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. Very cool dude. But this is my tag team. A lot of my tag team, some of the villains. And then over here we got more of the good guys, I guess you would call. I got some of the retros mixed in, like Mean Gene. And we got Jimmy Hart and some of these guys in the back. So I'm going to have to move some of these guys out, the retros. I'm going to move those guys out to make room for the vintage ones. So, sorry, retros, you guys got to go. Need to put the vintage ones in here. Oh, right here we have a carded regular Dragon Steamboat. I still need them loose, but I got the carded one right there. And then, you know, just a little knickknacks of Hogan's and stuff. A little cool pin, collector's pin, Hogan pin. But this is my WWF Hasbro collection right here. Down here we also have some Remcos, if anyone ever wants to see those. Whenever I do a toy video room tour, I'll show you guys more details of what I got. Before I go, I also got these awesome stickers from Now or Never Comics. Very cool. And some other pieces I have in the wrestling collection. I have some autographs. You might have seen these in the background of my videos. I'm big into autographs. I'm not big getting photos with celebrities. I'd rather have like an autograph, like a poster or a picture or something. So here we got Kevin Nash, Bret the Hitman Hart. I like that one. That's a cool one. Sign it in blue. You got Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then this is a big one. This is Hulk Hogan autographed. That's a big one right there. So these are other wrestling collectibles in my collection. I love the autographs. And then this one I just recently got framed up. It's the official fan club member certificate. This is from my childhood, guys. So we would get the magazines, and I guess we signed up for the club, for the fan club. And what's cool is I never wrote my name on it, so it's still pretty good. Couple like bends here and there. You got like a little rip here, but for the most part, it's probably like 90% complete in great condition, and it looks awesome here in this little glass frame. So I'm gonna have to find a spot for this and hang it up. But it's cool that this thing survived since '94, my childhood. It was awesome. Big thanks to my mom. She preserved all this stuff. That's gonna do it for today's toy hunting video. It was all WWF Hasbro figures. I'm glad to have beefed up my collection, adding 5 new figures. It's a toy line that one of my top 5 toy lines, maybe top 3, I don't know. I was big into wrestling growing up in the 80s, 90s. My dad took me to every event that came through Houston. We went to a whole bunch of them. We went to Monday Night Raw. We went to the SmackDown, Sunday Night Heat, all the little house shows. So I have a lot of great memories with wrestling as a kid. Even WCW, man, the Monday Night Wars. I remember going to see Monday Nitro in the Astro Arena down in Houston, Texas. And that was when the people were throwing all this stuff down to the ring because they hated the NWO. I was a big NWO fan, and it was nuts. Being there in person was nuts when everybody was throwing all the stuff. I remember sitting in the stands. We had some pretty good seats down in the lower level of the arena, and I remember just dodging, and I've never seen anything like that. It was crazy, the Monday Night Wars. But WWF was definitely a big part of my childhood. We got to go to WrestleMania in Houston. What WrestleMania was it? 17, I believe, or 18. It was the one where The Rock and Stone Cold was the main event, which was an amazing match. And that whole weekend was awesome. We got to meet a whole bunch of wrestlers that had that fan access, I believe it was called at the time. It had like a whole weekend event festivities where people would come, and they had displays, they had signings, and it was fun. My sister went as well, and some friends, and it was cool. We just meeting all these wrestlers before WrestleMania. What is awesome now is that I get to share wrestling with my oldest son, and maybe my youngest will like it as well. It's just an awesome feeling to be able to share that with him, like my dad shared it with me. Like I said, wrestling, awesome. The toys are amazing. Hopefully I could get more figures to beef up the collection. The green cards, of course, are the craziest ones to find. And maybe I'll pick some of those up in the future if I could get some good deals on them, because they are pretty pricey. But thank you again, everybody, for watching. Let me know what you saw in the store that you would have picked up for yourself. If you want me to head to Nine Never Comics and show you all the comic section, which is down on the first floor, let me know. I'm kind of trying to stay away from it because I don't want to get back into comics. This is another thing to collect. I was a big comic collector, kind of stopped for a few years. But every now and then I'll pick up a old book here and there, Silver Age or something. But yeah, so I'm kind of trying to like not get back into comics. But let me know if you guys want to see that. I will show you what they have at the store. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Catch you on the next toy hunt. Leave those comments down below. Go look on your hunts out there, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm SoCal Shaolin. I am out.